We look good together. Michael, what are you doing? Well, you see, your luminosity of your allure is only accentuating your gorgeousness. Somebody grab this old big word.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Talk about rerun. Kamala's.
You almost got it.
I will say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No, but you mispronounced her and you also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
Mispronouncing
her name.
That's what you want to acknowledge her humanity.
If I purposely mispronounce your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns
You're
it.
normalizing that kind of viciousness, man.
33 times. She was
disrespect. Let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being. But when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a
racist.
racist.
That is complete.
You don't have to intend racism.
No. You are intending that I am
your disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman. Why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is.
You are. You absolutely are.
The practice disrespecting. No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor,
this gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25 years ago, I became the first.
One debt to society later.
Also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without objection.
And the guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides.
Eventually.
Often acknowledge people's gorgeousness, and men too, by everybody. So my point is that this is a woman trying to exploit a situation, trying to pretend as if I was trying to hit on her. She literally has that text exchange that I read the whole of it to you. I ain't trying to holler at her. I ain't trying to be with her.
Come on, Doc.
I have not dated white women. Not that that's a problem.
Fuck them.
All three of my wives have been 7 to 11 years older. Again, where in that text exchange am I hitting on you? No. What you're trying to do is generate nastiness and viciousness because you're so bitter because you got your butt whipped that day because I told you then that what you were doing is wrong. And let me correct one thing I did say. I said, you're a wonderful woman. Then I said, I know you don't intend to do this. What? She said, oh, are you calling me a racist? And of course I said, no, I wasn't. Let me correct myself. You are a racist. You are a racially charged, small-minded, bigoted person who is trying to exploit a situation to try to make people believe that I was hitting on you when I've just now read the entire exchange, which is false. I've read other exchanges with people where I've called them gorgeous and wasn't trying to hit on them. And so your attempt is sad and sorry, but your bigoted, racist attempt will not succeed. Ain't nobody trying to holler at you. And if you're that desperate that you need a black man to holler at you, I'm not the one to do it. There are plenty on your side who can do that, ma'am, but you got the wrong brother in me. Again, vicious, misleading, lying, distorting, and trying to pretend as if somebody's trying to holler at you. And that's the furthest thing from my mind. My mistake was being gracious to you, of trying to say, oh my God, we are opposites, but we can still be gracious to one another. I can still compliment you. I can still say nice things to you. There was no attempt to do anything but to be gracious to you. But you have proved to be what I said you weren't.
Stop lying.
A vicious white supremacist racist who is incapable of accepting the generosity and kindness of a black man. You are a sorry, sick soul.
Nigga, please.
Nigga, please.
Nigga, please. Nigga.
And the game keep calling me. Can't escape the voices cause they all in me, all with me. Go.
That's that nigga, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing.
Welcome back to the channel. G-Mac back
with some thoughts, with some opinions, with some reactions. Like, subscribe, comment if you like the content. And with that said, let's take this walk. And look, that brother was clearly starving. The good doctor who we've placed on the pedestal for generations for being one of the more prominent pro-black orators, well, he was looking to play in that snow, baby. These are the men that black women should be giving a side eye to. Ones that say all the sweet nothings in public and all the grandiose affirmations, but privately lust over the exact opposite. And don't get me wrong, who you date shouldn't take away from the message you disseminate. But let's be clear, that type of doing one thing in public and another thing privately just makes you a fake nigga in general. And for a man that only shows up on television to speak pro-black to trending black issues, much like a Reverend Al Sharpton or Reverend Jesse Jackson or Benjamin Crump, being fake in one instance, especially when you're in your 60s, should be all too revealing. Now, if you have a brain at all, at least if you're a black person in America, then you should be aware of the declaration of the former FBI director, J. Edgar Hoover. There will never be another black messiah unless we create him. And what's a black messiah? Well, according to Celio.org, the ethics of the black messiah said no to slavery, colonialism, apartheid, and any forms of racism. The ethics also say no to poverty as a consequence of oppression. Now, if you check the AI overview on Google, it makes Hoover's declaration sound like he was simply just targeting militant terrorist groups, right? You know, and it also never really addresses the, unless we create them part, which is another feather in the hat for the AI is racist crowd. So in essence, what Hoover was trying to stop was a well-spoken black person. It's going to most likely be a man who can unify a community decimated and divided mostly by the American government with rhetoric that could provoke actual change and not just promote symbolism as change. The latter is people like Michael Eric Dyson, motherfuckers that keep us occupied with race baiting. These are the messiahs that the Hoover disciples that still exist in all parties have created for us. Lucky us. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And with that said, hopefully you've been entertained and informed while passing this precious time that we have. And hopefully I've earned your sub. This has been Doing It for GP. Till next time.
Never dare me, I spit the truth. All you aware, fear-driven niggas get the boot. All of you squares couldn't fit up in my circle. All of us rare and will hurt you severe. Slow your roll, nigga, patience is a virtue.